Hey guys, this is an unexpected live for me. It's currently 5:11 a.m. where I am. I've been checking the chat before I went live, and a lot of you guys are still in Saturday. Well, I'm in very early Sunday morning mode here. I got woken up at 3:30 by Tilly dying for a wee because she refused to go out before I went to bed. Because it was raining hard. She refused to go out, so I knew I was going to get woken up in the night. But I couldn't get back to sleep, so I checked Facebook, and there's a major update in the Idaho students' murder case. And I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. So I thought I'll do a quick cheeky live, and get your opinions on it. And I can't find it now. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Dawn. It's hopped in before the stream even went live with a $9.99 super sticker. That's very kind of you, Dawn. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wow. At least I've slept. I've had about, 5 hours sleep. I'm going to go back to bed after this live. So I do get my right amount of sleep in. I do. I saw Scott H in the house as well. I can't find him now either. Oh, there we go. Hi, Scott. Check out Scott H's channel if you haven't done so. I really enjoy Scott's content. Okay, so let's turn to this update. Some of you will have seen this already, but I just think it's crazy. I think this is just nuts. Hold on, I'll make it a bit bigger if I can. Can't make it any bigger than that. All right, so this is Moscow homicide update from the City of Moscow Police Department Facebook page. So this is an official update. I'm concentrating on the official updates in this case. I don't believe anything unless it comes from law enforcement at the moment. Now, I believe Moscow is in Pacific time. Am I right? Oh, thank you, Dawn. Another $19.99. Thank you, Dawn. You're so kind. Yeah, I believe Moscow, Idaho is in Pacific time, if I'm right. So this update was done when I was asleep. So Tilly did me a favor in getting me up at 3:30. Anyway, the Moscow Police Department is providing the following information to update the public on the known facts surrounding the 4 murders that occurred on November 13th in Moscow, Idaho. So this is updated information from their previous update, which was November 18th. So detectives believe that on November 12th, the 2 surviving roommates had been out in the Moscow community separately, but returned home by 1 p.m. So previously, we didn't know what the 2 surviving housemates had been doing. And on my live yesterday, which will still be today for some of you, time zones blow my mind. Thank you. Who's this? Thank you, Star, for the $10. That's very kind of you. Yeah, it's a star. I've not got my glasses on, so I'm struggling a bit here. Star Lacey, thank you. It's very generous of you. So in my live yesterday, I was speculating. I asked the chat if anybody knew what the 2 surviving housemates were doing. So now we know this. Now this is the thing that this is crazy. This is crazy. Initially, the 911 call made at 11:58 a.m. on November 13th requested aid for an unconscious person. The call was made from inside the residence on one of the roommates' cell phone. What? Moscow Police Department arrived shortly thereafter and found all 4 victims. Detectives confirmed the victims were located on the 2nd and 3rd floors of the residence. So that was it hadn't been confirmed by law enforcement, but the kind of the general sense, looking through the rumors and stuff, so that's borne out. So second and third floors of the residence. Now, if you watched my live a few hours ago, we'll go over this in a minute again, but it's a 3-story house. There's a ground floor, which is a basement area, and then there's a second floor, which I think is like the main living area, maybe, and then the third floor. And there's 2 bedrooms on each floor, so 6 bedrooms in total. Detectives are aware of multiple phone calls from victims Madison and Kaylee to a male. Thank you, Don. You're being so kind to me today. $4.99. What world do we live in? This is crazy. I know. This is honestly blown my mind. I don't know what this means. So we know that Maddie and Kaylee made multiple phone calls to someone called Jack. Now, it was Kaylee's sister that was on, I think she was on Inside Edition. She might have been on other news outlets as well. And she said that Kaylee had made multiple phone calls, like about 6 phone calls in a very short space of time, from about 2:26 a.m. up to about 2:45. And Maddie had also made 3 phone calls to this Jack. And then Kaylee made one final call to Jack. Now, we don't know who Jack is. Thank you, Tina, for the $5. That's very kind of you. Exactly, Scott. How would you describe someone on a 911 call as unconscious when they've been viciously stabbed? Yes, exactly. The amount of blood loss would have been horrific. The coroner confirmed that all four victims had been stabbed in the chest. Thank you, Karen, for the $10. They'd all been stabbed in the chest. There was one fatal wound on each victim, but then there was multiple other stabs. So stabs that didn't contribute to their death, I think. There's one fatal stab wound for each victim. Trixie Star's in the house. Trixie, you're great. I don't think you sleep. People say I don't sleep, but you're always here to mod my streams. Barbara says Jackie's the ex-boyfriend of Kaylee, per her sister's interview. Yeah, no. As I said, law enforcement haven't confirmed who Jack is, but the family have said that Jack is Kaylee's ex. Now, I do have a surname for Jack, but I'm not going to release it. You can find it. It's not difficult to find. Dawn, yet again, $4.99. I remember a world that was safe. My kids ran free. I know. It's like no one's safe anywhere. Detectives are seeking all outside surveillance video taken from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Sunday, November 13th, from businesses and residents within the geographical area below. So they've provided a map. Detectives are requesting all available video, whether there appears to be motion and content or not. Tips, pictures, and videos can be submitted to tipline@ci.moscow.id.us or call the tip line on 208-883-7180 for assistance. So these are the boundaries: West Taylor Avenue, West Palouse River Drive, Highway 95 South, Arboretum, Botanical Gardens. Okay, so there will be a news conference to update the public on this investigation. Sunday, so today, for me, November 20th, 3 p.m. So I think if I'm right and Moscow is in Pacific time, that's going to be 11 p.m. for me. So I may stream it or I may not. Depends how tired I feel later. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of streams, people streaming that. So the original update, so this was from the 18th. It says, let me just find it. Where is it? I'm going to have to read it all, aren't I? It says that they don't believe that the roommates are involved. Now, I don't know whether they've changed that. Have they taken that out? Hold on. Maybe it's me in my tired hairs not reading it right. Hold on. Let me find it in the... I've got screenshots of it. Wait. Please hold. I read it. Can't find it. Oh, got it. I've got it. Hold on. Let me reshare my screen. It may be in this update. I may just not have seen it. Right. This is what they said about the roommates on the 18th of November. So at this time, thank you, Blue Ocean, for the 10 Canadian dollars from Ontario, Canada. It's very kind of you. I believe it's snowing in Ontario. There's a YouTube channel that I watch religiously, and she's like got tons of snow. She's not true crime. It's a farming channel that I watch. Okay, at this time in the investigation, detectives do not believe the two surviving roommates or the male in the grub truck surveillance video are involved in the crime. Dawn, you're spending all your money. Michelle, our kids are worth more than gold. Oops, chat's gone up here. I hope that little helps covers your cost. It absolutely does. Thank you, Dawn, for the $4.99. So they say they're not involved, but then say this, that the 911 call came from inside. So have they taken that out? Yeah, there it is. It's still in the original update. At this time in the investigation, detectives do not believe the two surviving roommates or the male in the grub truck surveillance video are involved in this crime. But yet, the 911 call at 11:58 a.m. on November 13th requested aid for an unconscious person. The call was made from inside the residence on one of the roommates' cell phones. Dawn! 1999. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Debbie. Moscow, Idaho is in Pacific time. Kira, did you see Ikmal's most recent? I didn't. I've been sleeping. I've been sleeping. No, I haven't. I haven't watched any YouTube since last night, my time. Exactly, Juju. This is brand new. This is brand new information. As I said, Tilly woke me up at 3:30 a.m. my time, wanting a wee. And I couldn't get back to sleep, so I checked Facebook. I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't watched any YouTube. I checked Facebook for like police updates. Like there's like I checking this. I check Quinton's every day to see if there's been an update. But Mad Miss Hadder says the Jack S has photos on his social media of a bloody Rambo-style shredded knife in the photo, as well as a bloody hatchet. Oh, my word. I'm going to have to go and find that. I'm going to go and find that. Trixie Star. I love it when Michelle gets excited. It's just blown my mind. So let's think it through. So if they don't think the roommates are involved, but yet someone rang to report an unconscious person, which is ridiculous. If they saw a body, because I asked yesterday, how did this 911 caller see the bodies? Like, look, I'll get the Dawn $9.99. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so how did the caller, if they were outside, which is what everybody assumed, how did they see the bodies? So this is a good kind of display of the house. This makes it like really understandable, I think, about, because looking at the house from the front, you don't kind of see the layout so well. So this is the front here. This is the parking area. So this is the front of the residence where people can park. I know, Tevye the Water Gypsy, it was the killer who called it. Well, it has to be. The killer was in the house. Yeah. This is where I'm going. This is where my mind has gone. Kira says, Gray Hughes did a 12-minute live explaining a theory around ex-boyfriend Jack. I'll go and check that out as well. Yeah, exactly, Tina. How did the caller think it was an unconscious person? So this is the basement area. So it's believed, not confirmed by Ellie, but believed that the two survivors were sleeping in this area. So if you look at the Zillow listing, it says that there's 2 bedrooms on each floor. So 2 bedrooms on here on the ground level, 2 bedrooms here on the second floor level, and that's got an opening into the back. Thank you, Blind Bob. Please, for the $4.99, please let me know when you know somewhere. So I think the killer would have come in this way from the back, because the front way, it's like houses all along the road on the opposite side. So I think the killer came in that way, the back way, because there's trees. There is a road behind the trees, but Kira says, just holler out Don. Okay. Thanks for the $5. Just holler out Don. Don who? Don who? Don $9.99. Thank you. Stop now. You're not going to have any money left. Okay, so 2 bedrooms on this floor and then 2 bedrooms on the top floor. And the dead were found on the second and the third floor. So if the 2 surviving roommates were asleep down here, to me, Blind Bob says, take my blind money and enjoy it. $1.99. Thank you. So if I speculated yesterday that if they were asleep down here, they wouldn't possibly have heard the noise. If they're used to noises like parties and stuff, that might be why. Anyway, I don't know what this means. My mind has gone. Don! Stop it. $9.99. Stop it. You're spending all your money on me. Outlaw says, oh, this chat's moving fast. I didn't think that so many people would be online, actually. So I didn't put slow mode on. Let me just see. Rumor has it that someone was walking in the house and passed out outside from the blood. And then a passerby called 911 and the police found the scene that way. That's not true, according to law enforcement, if we understand this correctly. So this is the update, the official update from the City of Moscow Police Department. And they say here, initially the 911 call made at 11:58 a.m. on November 13th requested aid for an unconscious person. Blind Bob, thanks for the $1.99. We're all here to see you with our eyes. The call was made from inside the residence on one of the roommates' cell phones. So if the roommates are not thought to have been involved, then the killer had one of the roommates' cell phones. And I said yesterday, if somebody like called 911 from outside, well, what window did they look in? Like, what window did they look in to see? Because they were meant to be in the bedrooms, weren't they? Like the coroner said. Initially, she said that they were asleep, but we know that some of them, Xana, had defensive wounds. So they could have been awoken from sleep and then tried to fight back. But how did this mysterious caller see them? That's what I was talking about yesterday. But now we know that the call was made from inside the residence. Inside the residence. Yeah, 9 hours later, yeah. Dawn! I'm not blind. I have kids. How do we protect our kids? I don't know. I don't know anymore. There's evil everywhere. Evil walks among us. I mean, crimes like this, as gruesome and bloody and brutal as this, don't happen very often. Thankfully, they don't happen very often. The call was made from inside the residence on one of the roommates' cell phones. That just changes everything for me. That if the roommates are not involved, then the killer had to be inside the house and they had to have access to the roommate's phone. Now, if the roommates had locked their doors, as some people speculate, and that's why they survived, well, did one of the roommates leave her phone in another area of the house and the killer just picked it up, trying to frame one of the roommates? I'm confused here. I'm confused here. I really am. Let me just see. Let me get down to the bottom of the chat here on StreamYard. I don't see it as a killer who used the roommate's phone. Well, who was it then? Could it have been? Because this rumor is that somebody, the roommate rang a friend to bring them food. Like some food was ordered in some way, shape or form. So it was being speculated. The last thing I heard before I went to bed was that it could be the food person that called the police. I think one of the survivors called the police. Well, that's possible. That's absolutely possible. But how would they think someone was unconscious? In such a bloody scene, there would have been so much blood. It's not like they were strangled to death or suffocated, where there wouldn't be any outside damage necessarily. There might be if the neck and stuff, but you might not on first glance think that they'd been strangled and that they were dead. It is. That's what I've been sharing. That's what I've been sharing. It's a dispatch thing. I don't know what that means. Has my timeline matched up with the facts we know? I haven't put forward a timeline. I've just been following law enforcement updates. So, well, the timeline that has been shared on the news. Dawn, $4.99. If you live in the US, it's crazy what people do. It's crazy what people do in the UK as well. We've had some crazy cases. Absolutely insane cases. Usually involve mass shootings. Our crazy cases. There's been quite a number over the years. They tend to be the crazier ones. But this is next level. Exactly, that's what they ask, don't they? Is the person unconscious and breathing? It has to be a no. Like, why wasn't that call like somebody absolutely freaking out at all the blood? Oh, I get it. Okay, so dispatch rewords information. There is a body. Are they conscious? No. Then they are unconscious. Yeah, but if they ask if they're breathing, can you check if they're breathing? Just the amount of blood would tell anybody. Unless it was a roommate and they were absolutely freaked out. And we obviously don't know the content of the 911 call. So they could have said, are they unconscious? Yes. Are they breathing? No. And then freaked out and said, there's so much blood, there's so much blood. I don't know, because I think the first responders were literally there to do a welfare check on an unconscious person. That's the thing that's been kind of talked about. That was the understanding of it all. Minnie. Michelle is like E.F. Hutton when she speaks. We all listen. I don't know who's E.F. Hutton. I don't even know who that is. Well, you would think so, yeah. Dispatch is not going to say it's a bloody massacre. Yeah, you wouldn't expect them to, but you'd also not expect it to be a welfare call, a welfare check. That's right, Kira. Stabbing is usually someone you know, right? It's a personal, very personal. So it doesn't necessarily have to be someone you know, but it's somebody who has who wants to get upfront and personal with that victim. And it's rage. Like to multiple stab wounds is rage. Because there was one fatal stab for each victim, but yet there was multiple stab wounds. So I'm going to speculate that there's a level of overkill there. And this is anger. Thank you, Dawn. 4.99. No, stuff is crazy in the US. Read between the lines. I don't know whether it's crazier in the US than it is in the UK, but lots of slasher movies to show them how. He was looking for Jack. Well, if he was looking for Jack, then why did he kill anybody? Because Jack wasn't there. I mean, if they're looking for Jack, they could have mistaken Ethan for Jack because he's a male, conceivably. It was someone the dog knew, so the killer was known. We don't necessarily know that either, because the dog might have been scared or outside, so not witnessed it. Not all dogs bark when there's an intruder. But I do think it has to be somebody connected, because how did they get in? Like, yeah, it's possible a door was left unlocked, but why did they go to that residence in the first place? Like with a hunting knife? You know, if they'd have found the door locked, what would they have done? Would they have broke in? So it's possible the door was unlocked, or the offender knew the code to get in. No, there's not a sixth roommate. No, there's not a sixth roommate. This is something that I think has confused a lot of people. So we know 3 roommates killed, 1 boyfriend killed, and 2 surviving roommates. Question, was there ever a 6th roommate? made to move out or asked to move out. Now, there was some rumor that there was a roommate who did move out, but I'm not gonna speculate on that, because even if a roommate was made to move out, so that means that there's a spare bedroom, would you really come and not bludgeon, but stab to death 3 of your roommates and 1 of their boyfriends? That's some revenge, that. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Sliding door to the back was the front 2nd floor, so that's the back door, was open. I've heard that. I'd like that confirmed by law enforcement, but yes, I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that as well. But it has to be, if somebody knew that code, it has to be somebody within the friendship group, or a friend of a friend at least, to get the code. There's red tape on the sliding back door. They were out. There was another forensic team out. There's some pictures on Twitter. Let me just see if I can find them. Let me just see if I can find them. Yeah. Yeah, I've got Dawn, thank you. $4.99. Please be careful. We don't have all the information. We absolutely don't. We absolutely don't. Which is why I think this press conference is going to be so important. All right. So the forensic teams were back out yesterday. So this is 9 hours ago. So that's kind of daytime, their time. The forensics team appear to be taking pictures of tire marks from the front of the home. Explorer says, passcodes can be changed. It was someone inside or once lived there who knew the code. Apparently, though, the code was known by a number of people who didn't live there because it was a party house. This is just what's being said. This is just what's being rumored. This is not a formal update from law enforcement. But they were taking pictures of tire marks from the front of the house. So that's the street. And then if you turn down here, that goes to the parking area. Because again, I was speculating yesterday that the killer could have gone in through the back door. So this door, can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Through the back door and then escape through the trees because there's another road behind. But the parking area is here on the other side. So if they went in this way, so if they parked at the front and then went in this way and then disappeared from the front, that is some brazen move, I've got to tell you. Now, those tire marks that they're taking photos of might not be connected. Tallulah says, my daughter is always leaving the door open. Honestly, I do. I leave my door open a lot. Not when I go out. I always lock up when I go out, but very often I go to bed and the door's unlocked. But I live in a very quiet area and I have a sword. So if someone comes in with a knife, I've got an even bigger one. Thank you, Dawn, for the $4.99. Hey, help Michelle. She does good work. Yeah, but Dawn, you're giving all your money away. I would think the code was changed. Well, yes, it could be changed. I would think the code could be changed. Yeah, the code could be changed. But if this is a party house, as is being speculated, then people will have the code because people come and go from the house. It does sound like a rumor. I agree, Explore. It does. And that's not being confirmed by law enforcement. So we have to be really careful with the rumors. It could simply have been someone who knew. The police have said this is personal. The police have said this is personal. Oh, Navalus True Crime is in the house. You don't go to bed or sleep. Stop lying, Michelle. I have been to sleep. I've had about 5 hours, or maybe 4.5. But I am going to go back to bed after this. Dawn says, I have a German Shepherd. Come on, at your own risk. Well, Tilly, when that stupid Amazon driver walked into my house the other day, some of you might have heard me talk about this on a stream from last week. An Amazon driver came into my house and dropped a parcel off and let both dogs out, and Tilly chased him off. So, yeah, enter my house at your own risk. I don't know what to think about this, honestly. I hope at the press conference they confirm a little bit more. So the press conference is 3 p.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be 11 p.m. my time. So I do want to, even if I'm tired, I think I'll stay up for it. And if I stay up for it, I'll stream it. Because this is, I want to know more. Now, I know that there'll be a lot they can't tell us. But the fact that they've released this, is really significant. This is big. And they've called a press conference like the same, in the same 24 hours that they've released this. This is big. I think obviously they're honing in on the truth. But that doesn't mean to say they're, closer to getting the killer. That they're appealing for surveillance. So, Pipilong, I think that's last calls to Jack at 2:54 a.m. Yeah, all were killed between 3 to 4 a.m. Very odd. The two girls couldn't have been asleep that quick. Most likely Killed closer to 4. I don't know. Jamie says, I wonder if the killer is involved in martial arts. He had to be pretty sure of himself to attack 4 people with only a knife. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I said yesterday, for those who missed my live, I said yesterday, this has got to be somebody who is strong and not just physically strong, but also have the stamina and the stomach to see all of that blood and do it 4 times. Like if somebody comes at you with a knife and stabs you and you're fighting back and you win, right? Obviously you've got the advantage because you've got a knife, but to do that 4 times, isn't it Pacific? It's Pacific time, so 3 p.m. Pacific time. Kate, thanks for the $1.99. Refresh that page for update 2 hours later. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I missed this. Update. How did I miss this? It's because I woke up. Right, update. So this was an update 2 hours after the update I've read. Clarification. The cell phone used to call 911 belonged to one of the surviving housemates. Due to the ongoing investigation, the identity of the caller has not been released. Yeah, but that doesn't help us, does it? The speculation today, once people get wind of this, and I'm sure that some channels already have, I just haven't checked any YouTube because I've been asleep. Dawn, thank you. $4.99. If they were drunk, I'm sorry, they would not have seen it coming. Well, the coroner said that it was likely that they were asleep. But we know that at least one, Xana, according to her dad, she had defensive wounds. And it has been confirmed that some of them had defensive wounds. So they were awakened from sleep. At least Xana was. So, you know, I guess it's possible for somebody to creep up on a sleeping person and just literally cut their throat. I know this is gruesome. And they don't have chance to fight back. But these were stabs to the chest. So that's going to wake someone up. Yeah, Xana fought back, Mama Bear, yeah. She did. So I think they know. Do they know who that caller was? If the information has not been released, kind of indicates that they know who it is and they're not releasing it for a reason. But the fact that they've released that is incredibly significant. The cell phone used to call 911 belonged to one of the surviving roommates. And it says here, the call was made from inside the residence on one of the roommates' cell phones. So the call was made from inside the residence. So obviously they've pinged the phone. They've pinged the phone and the phone was inside the residence. So this is hours after the killings. Hours after. Because they were all killed allegedly between 3 and 4 a.m. Oh, thank you, Judy, for the 19.99. That is so kind of you. Now that's alleged. We don't know the actual times of death, but we know they've been dead for several hours. So if that call was made by the killer, it means that they'd been inside that house for all that time. Now we don't know. We don't know that it was the killer, but somebody made that call, and if it wasn't the killer, then was it a roommate? But then on the 18th, they said they do not believe the surviving roommates or the male in the grub truck surveillance video are involved. And they haven't updated that. They haven't updated that. So if they don't believe the roommates were involved, but yet one of the roommates' phones was used, then process of deduction, doesn't that have to be the killer? Tallulah says, I think it's a hate jealousy thing, either against the girls or the relationships they were in. Well, it has been said that it's personal and targeted. That's possible, Explore. Xana had defensive wounds because her boyfriend was murdered first. Kill the most threat male first. Yeah, but how would the killer know where everybody was sleeping? This is the thing. So what, did they walk around, look at all the rooms to see where the male was? And they look, get this, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know that there was a male in the house because Ethan didn't live there. So how did the killer know there was a male in the house to go and look for him first and dispatch him first? How would they know that Ethan was there? Now, it could be that they came across Ethan first, because this is just my speculation, so speculation alert. It's been alleged that Ethan was found on the second floor. So could it be that Ethan and Xana were sleeping on the second floor in one of the bedrooms on the second floor, and then Kaylee and Maddie were on the third floor, like with a bedroom each? So killer comes in. Perhaps Ethan and Xana wake up because they hear someone coming in, and then they fight back. Ellen says, look at the update at the top, Michelle. I just have done. Is there another update? No. This clarification. Yeah, I've just read that. The cell phone used to call 911 belonged to one of the surviving roommates. Due to the ongoing investigation, the identity of the caller has not been released. Mr. Bello, the killer came back to see if they'd been discovered, so he called the police. Yeah, but if they came back, then why would they come back? What, like, yeah, I get that there's a thrill thing about seeing all this unfold and watching all of this unfold, but wouldn't they then have to confront the other two housemates? Because how would the killer know that those other two housemates weren't up and about, rather than still in bed? I just don't know. Explore. It has to be somebody familiar with the residents. It's not. This is not a stranger attack. It's not. In my opinion, this is not a random stranger who's just picked a house at random to satisfy their bloodlust. Now that happens in the movies, but how often does that happen in real life? Not often. This is targeted. But thank you, Dawn, for the $4.99. I can't even begin to add up how much money you've spent on me today. How can a person not know? The killer would know for the most part. The killer knows the most important part of where people are. Yeah, that's the point, really, that this has to be somebody familiar. If they got in using the door code, if that's true, and they got in using the door code, then it's somebody who knows that house very well. It's absolutely horrific. If these two survivors had nothing whatsoever to do with this, how are they going to feel? I mean, knowing that their phone was used and just waking up to that. Move it down a little bit so I can read the bottom part. I'll read it all again for people who are just coming in. So this is on the City of Moscow Police Department's Facebook page. So the cell phone used to call 911 belonged to one of the surviving roommates. Due to the ongoing investigation, the ID of the caller has not been released. So the Moscow Police Department is providing the following information to update the public on the known facts surrounding the 4 murders that occurred on November 13th in Moscow. At this time, detectives have investigated the private party driver who took Kaylee and Maddie home on November 13th and do not believe he is involved in this crime. Detectives believe that on November 12th, the 2 surviving roommates had been out in the Moscow community separately, but returned home by 1 a.m. The 2 did not wake up until later on November the 13th. So again, this is stating that the roommates are not involved. They didn't wake up. So this is stating that they're not involved. Initially, the 911 call made at 11:58 a.m. on November 13th requested aid for an unconscious person. That's BS. That person had to know. Given the amount of blood, they had to know. So obviously we don't know the content of the 911 call. We don't know how that was communicated via the dispatch. So there's a lot of unanswered questions just there. The call was made from inside the residence on one of the roommates' cell phones. Moscow Police Department arrived shortly thereafter and found all 4 victims. Detectives confirmed the victims were located on the 2nd and 3rd floor of the residence. So here in this one, so that's ground level to the back, and then the 3rd floor, which is 2 bedrooms. It looks really nice inside. Look it up on Zillow. It's really nice inside. Detectives are aware of multiple phone calls from victims Maddie and Kaylee to a male. So this is the infamous Jack. This information is part of the ongoing investigation. So that's interesting. Detectives are seeking all outside surveillance video taken from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. within the geographical area below. Detectives are requesting all available video, whether there appears to be motion and content or not. Tips, pictures, and videos can be submitted to tipline at ci.moscow.id.us or call the tip line on 208-883-7180. And then we can see the map. And then those are that's kind of the geographical area that they want. Doesn't mean anything unless you live there, I guess. Please put on CCs. I can't. I don't know how to do it from StreamYard because I'm streaming from StreamYard. It's just that it's coming through YouTube because I've connected StreamYard with YouTube. So StreamYard doesn't have a CCs option. So I don't know how to get it on. I don't even know if there's a way to get it on. So I'm really sorry. If you're struggling to hear, then log off and just come back and watch the replay, and the CCs will come on the replay. It might take a couple of hours for YouTube to get its act together to put them on, but that's how to do it. But let's look at this map. So this is the geographical area that they want. It's not a great map, this. That's not a great map. So you can't even read it. I can't read that, and I've zoomed in as much as I can. But this is King Road, and then this is the area that they want surveillance from. I guess it's meaningful. Chris, yes, CC does work on live. Yes, but I don't know how to get it on from StreamYard because it doesn't give me the option when I'm streaming from StreamYard to put the CCs on. I don't know how to do it. If there's a way, I've not discovered it yet. That's my point. So that's a geographical area. I guess it will only mean something if you are in that area, but they've given a map, so that's useful. And then they've got this. The City of Moscow Police Department will hold a press conference at 3 p.m. Sunday, November 20th in the Alumni Lounge of the ICCU Arena. Police Chief James Fry will give an update on the ongoing investigation into the quadruple homicide on King Road. Officials from Moscow Police Department, Idaho State Police, and University of Idaho will be present. Oh, the conference will be live streamed at. Okay. All right. Notification on. So if I'm up, I'll stream this. If I'm awake. I think I will be. I think I'll just have to watch this live. It's 11 p.m. my time, so it's not like dreadfully late. And I am going to go to bed after this. Chris, CC is just enabling a setting. Yes, it is on YouTube. So if I was streaming from YouTube, I would be able to do it. My point is, I'm streaming via StreamYard. It's just showing up in YouTube. So YouTube doesn't know that this is a video until I press end, and then it'll start to process. So if there's an option to get CCs on StreamYard, as I said, I don't know how to do it. Okay, so that's so if you want to watch it direct from the University of Idaho, then that's the place to go. University of Idaho YouTube channel. If I don't stream it, I'm sure plenty of others will stream it. And again, you can watch it direct from there. What? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hold on, I've lost that original post now. There we go. All right, guys. So I guess we wait for the presser. I guess we wait to see what else they've got to say. Oh, I've got to get down to the bottom of the chat now. I'm back on StreamYard. Update will be 15 hours from now. My sleep-deprived brain doesn't work it out, but it's 3 p.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern. And then it's 11 p.m. my time. Jamie, I don't blame you. It's after 1 a.m. I'm turning into a pumpkin. I'll watch the replay. I'm going to sign off in a minute anyway. It's currently 6:08 my time. So I might be able to catch an hour's sleep before these dogs want me to take them out. Or I might just take the dogs out early and then go back to bed. Thank you, Dawn, for the $4.99. I'm going to stop you spending any more money now because I'm going to go sign off. Let's have a look, see how many likes this has got. Not that I'm doing this for ego, but it's great to like a stream because it boosts it in the algorithm. It's good for the channel. So if you haven't liked the stream and you have liked the stream, then please do press the like button on your way out, or the dislike button. That's good as well. If you didn't like it, then you can always downvote it. That's good as well. Yeah, Linda, the killer's probably watching. Sure, he's following all the force. If it's one of those thrill killers, then yeah, it's terrifying. It's sickening. The killer might even be in the chats. You think about that. The killer might be in the chats of these lives that me and others are doing. Think about that. Anyway, I'm going to go and start my day properly now. So thank you all. Thank you so much for all the super chats and super stickers, especially from Dawn, who spent a lot of money on super stickers today. Thank you for Trixie Star for moderating, just at absolute short notice. I don't give Trixie Star notice of when I'm going to go live. I had no idea I was going to go live when Tilly woke me up for a wee at 3:30. No idea. I was just like shocked when I saw this Facebook message from Moscow Police Department. So, yeah. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good sleep for those who it's still Saturday. And I'll see you later today or tomorrow, whatever. All right. Bye, guys.